Welcome back to my channel All Old Rare Coins. If you love discovering hidden treasures and learning about rare US coins, you're in the right place. In today's video, we'll reveal some of the most valuable coins that could be worth far more than you think. Stick around till the end, you won't want to miss what these rare gems are really worth. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel to enjoy more discoveries in future. Let's dive in. We're diving into a truly remarkable piece of American numismatic history, the 1918 Liberty Half Dollar. This coin is one of the gems in the world of coin collecting, and it's not just because of its design or historical significance. The 1918 Liberty Half Dollar has an intriguing story and a surprising value that you might not expect. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1918 Liberty Half Dollar is definitely one to pay attention to. So, stick with us as we explore the history, design, rarity, and, of course, the incredible worth of this coin. Let's start with a little background. The Liberty Half Dollar was produced by the United States Mint from the late 1800s up until 1947. The coin's design is iconic, with Lady Liberty on the obverse side, which was created by the renowned sculptor Adolph A. Weinman. The reverse side of the coin features a majestic eagle, one of the most recognized symbols of the United States. This design is often referred to as the Walking Liberty Half Dollar because of the dynamic pose of Lady Liberty, who appears to be striding forward with the American flag draped over her. The 1918 Liberty Half Dollar was minted during an incredibly interesting time in American history. The U.S. was in the midst of World War I, a global conflict that would profoundly impact the country's economy, society, and culture. The coin, struck just a year before the war ended, reflects a period of transition in the U.S., where the nation was still heavily involved in the war but beginning to see the impact of American industry and power on the global stage. The design itself is a symbol of that period, a proud, forward-looking nation. While the Liberty Half Dollar was minted in large numbers over its production run, the 1918 version stands out in the world of coin collectors. Why? Well, there are a few key factors that contribute to the rarity and value of this coin. First, let's talk about its mintage numbers. Although the 1918 coin was produced in relatively high quantities, around 19 million pieces, most of these coins were circulated and eventually worn down over the years. Finding one in excellent or near mint condition is increasingly rare, and that's where the true value of the 1918 Liberty Half Dollar comes into play. The condition of the coin is one of the most important factors in determining its worth. Coins that have been circulated often show significant signs of wear, scratches, fading, and even discoloration. However, those few coins that have been preserved in pristine condition, either stored carefully or kept out of circulation, are extremely valuable. When you have a coin that has been well preserved, it can fetch a much higher price than a well-worn example. This is especially true for coins from earlier eras like the 1918 Liberty Half Dollar. So, what does an excellent, well-preserved example of the 1918 Liberty Half Dollar look like? A coin in high grade will have sharp, detailed features and a vibrant, lustrous surface. The design elements on Lady Liberty should be clearly visible, without much wear on the raised areas of the coin. The eagle on the reverse should also be well defined, with a crisp, clean strike. Coins with little to no signs of handling, such as scratches or dings, are incredibly rare and desirable in the coin collecting world. Now, let's get into some of the more unique features of the 1918 Liberty Half Dollar. In addition to its standard design, some 1918 coins have notable varieties that can add even more value. For example, there are known varieties in the mint marks, such as those produced in Philadelphia or San Francisco. The coins struck in San Francisco, denoted by the S mint mark, tend to be rarer and more valuable than the ones minted in Philadelphia, which often have the no mint mark design. If you happen to find a 1918 Liberty Half Dollar with an S mint mark, especially one in exceptional condition, you may have a coin that's worth even more than you expect. But there's more to the 1918 Liberty Half Dollar than just the minting variations. Coins from this period can sometimes have subtle imperfections, often due to errors in the minting process. These mistakes can result in unique features, like double strikes, off-center designs, or other anomalies. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors because of their rarity and the fact that they're essentially one of a kind. If your 1918 Liberty half dollar has any noticeable minting errors, you could be holding onto a piece that's worth far more than just its standard value. The value of the 1918 Liberty half dollar is not just based on its age or design. The coin's connection to the period it was minted in also plays a significant role in its appeal to collectors. Coins from the early 20th century hold historical significance, and the 1918 coin is no exception. It represents a transitional moment in American history, just before the end of World War I, as the country was beginning to assert itself as a global superpower. For collectors who have a passion for history and numismatics, owning a piece like the 1918 Liberty half dollar connects them to that pivotal time in U.S. history. But the most important question on everyone's mind is, how much is the 1918 Liberty half dollar worth? Well, the value of this coin can vary greatly depending on factors like condition, mint mark, and any unique features or errors it may possess. But here's the big reveal: if you have a 1918 Liberty half dollar in excellent condition, you could be looking at a value as high as $70,000. That's right, $70,000 for a single coin. It's important to note that this price is for coins in top-tier condition, typically graded by professional services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Coins that are in circulated, lower-grade condition will be worth much less, but even a well-preserved example can fetch a respectable amount. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1918 Liberty half dollar? Start by carefully examining the coin. Look for any signs of wear, but also check for unique characteristics like mint marks or minting errors. If you believe your coin is a rare or high-quality example, consider having it professionally graded. A professional grade can help you determine the exact value and ensure that your coin is authentic. As always, coin collecting is a journey of discovery, and you never know what treasures you might uncover. The 1918 Liberty half dollar is a perfect example of how a small, seemingly ordinary coin can turn into an extraordinary piece of history, and a significant financial asset. Second valuable coin, we're focusing on a coin that might just be sitting in your collection or even your pocket right now, the 1972 D Liberty half dollar. If you're a fan of coin collecting, you're going to want to stick around for this one because this coin could be worth a lot more than you might think. Let's dive into the history, design, and why this particular coin has become such a valuable collector's item. The Liberty half dollar was first minted in 1916 and continued in various designs until 1971. But today, we're going to specifically focus on the 1972 D variety. This coin was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark, and it's part of the final years of the half dollar's production in its classic design before the coin was replaced by the JFK half dollar in 1964. Now, you might be wondering why a coin from 1972 would still have such a large following in the coin collecting community. After all, it's not that old, right? But you see, there's more to the 1972 D Liberty half dollar than just its age or appearance. As with all collectible coins, a number of factors contribute to its value, and this coin has several of them. First, let's talk about the history behind the coin. The 1972 Liberty half dollar represents the final years of a distinctive era in American coinage. It was a time when half-dollar coins were still widely used in circulation, even though by the 1970s, coinage was starting to shift towards smaller denominations like the quarter and the dime. The 1972 half dollar, therefore, serves as a reminder of a time when the 50-cent piece was still a common part of daily life. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1972 D Liberty half dollar. On the obverse of the coin, we see a beautiful portrayal of Liberty, designed by artist Adolph A. Weinman. Lady Liberty is depicted walking toward the rising sun, carrying an olive branch in her right hand and a bundle of wheat in her left. This design is one of the most iconic in American coinage, symbolizing peace, prosperity, and the American spirit. On the reverse of the coin, we find an eagle with its wings outstretched, a symbol of strength and freedom that represents the United States. This reverse design, also created by Weinman, was widely praised for its majestic and powerful imagery, making the Liberty half-dollar a favorite among collectors. So why is the 1972 Liberty half-dollar such a valuable coin? It all comes down to a few key factors: rarity, demand, and condition. As with any collectible item, the value of a coin increases as it becomes rarer. The 1972 Liberty half-dollar was minted in large quantities. Over 100 million coins were produced. However, the condition of most of these coins has deteriorated over time due to circulation. Coins that have been in the hands of the public for decades tend to show signs of wear and tear, and the 1972 Liberty half-dollar is no exception. But here's where it gets interesting: while the majority of these coins are in average or worn condition, high-grade examples are much rarer. Coins that have been preserved in uncirculated condition, or at least in near-mint condition, are highly sought after by collectors. These coins have sharp details, bright surfaces, and no visible signs of wear. Finding one in this state is a true treasure, and it can make all the difference in determining the coin's value. The 1972 Liberty half-dollar is also notable for its potential mint errors. Mint errors are mistakes made during the minting process, and they can create variations in the design or features of the coin. These errors are rare and can significantly increase the coin's value. For example, double-struck coins, off-center coins, or coins with misaligned dies are highly prized by collectors. If you have a 1972 Liberty half-dollar with a mint error, the value can increase exponentially, making it worth far more than the standard issue. In addition to errors, the 1972 Liberty half-dollar is also popular because of its place in the history of American coinage. As the country moved away from using half-dollars in daily transactions, coins like the 1972 became less common in circulation. Today, many people collect these coins as part of their numismatic journey, looking for pieces that represent different eras in American history. The 1972 Liberty half-dollar, with its classic design and connection to a bygone era, is a perfect addition to any collection. You might be wondering, how much could your 1972 Liberty half-dollar be worth? Well, the value can vary greatly depending on its condition and any special features it might have. A typical 1972 Liberty half-dollar in average condition might be worth just a few dollars. However, if your coin is in excellent condition, the value increases significantly. And if you happen to have a coin with a minting error, you could be looking at an even higher value. Here's the moment you've been waiting for: the value of a 1972 Liberty half-dollar in uncirculated condition or with a mint error can be as high as $40,000. That's right, $40,000 for a single coin. Of course, this price is for coins in the highest grades, and you'll want to have your coin professionally graded to ensure it's valued properly. Coins with mint errors or unique features can sometimes fetch even more, depending on their rarity and demand. If you think you have a valuable 1972 Liberty half-dollar on your hands, don't wait, have it professionally graded by a reputable grading service. The grading process will help determine the coin's condition and authenticity, and it will ensure you get an accurate value for your prized possession. As always, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and you never know what kind of hidden treasure you might find in your collection. Whether you're just getting started in the hobby or you're a seasoned collector, always keep an eye out for coins like the 1972 Liberty half-dollar. You might just have a coin that's worth far more than its face value. Third rare coin, we have a fascinating journey ahead as we explore one of the more intriguing coins from the mid-20th century, the 1973 Liberty half-dollar. Now, when you think of half-dollar coins, the first thing that probably comes to mind is the iconic Kennedy half-dollar. But today, we're going to focus on the Liberty half-dollar from 1973, a coin that holds a unique place in American coinage history. You might be surprised to learn that this seemingly common coin could actually be worth quite a lot. Stick with us as we dive into its history, design, and, most importantly, its surprising value. The Liberty half-dollar, often recognized by its stunning design by Adolph A. Weinman, was first issued in 1916 and continued through the 1940s before being replaced by the Kennedy half-dollar. But here's the twist. 1973 marks an interesting point in the history of U.S. coinage because it was one of the final years that the Liberty half-dollar was minted, though it was no longer widely circulated. Let's take a look at the background of this coin. The U.S. Mint produced the Liberty half-dollar in several designs over the years, but the 1973 version stands out because it was part of a brief period when half-dollars were no longer in popular circulation. By this time, coins like the quarter and dime had overtaken the half-dollar as everyday transactions. Yet, in 1973, there was still a demand for half-dollars in some specific areas, particularly for collectors and in certain financial transactions. This meant that while half-dollars weren't as common in everyday use, they were still being produced. The design of the 1973 Liberty half-dollar is a continuation of the classic Walking Liberty motif. On the obverse of the coin, you'll find Lady Liberty depicted in a dynamic walking pose, holding an olive branch in her right hand and a bundle of wheat in her left. The powerful symbolism behind this image conveys peace, freedom, and the growth of the United States. Lady Liberty's figure, designed by Adolph A. Weinman, remains one of the most beloved designs in American coinage history. The reverse side of the coin features an eagle with its wings spread wide, which is another symbol of strength and freedom. This majestic image was created by Weinman as well and further cements the coin's place in American symbolism. The design of the 1973 Liberty half-dollar is as timeless as it is beautiful, which is why it's cherished by collectors to this day. But here's where things get really interesting. While the design itself is striking and holds historical significance, the true value of the 1973 Liberty half-dollar lies in its rarity and the condition it is found in. Like most coins, the Liberty half-dollar was mass-produced, with millions of coins minted each year. However, the majority of these coins saw significant circulation, leading to wear and tear over time. If you find a 1973 Liberty half-dollar in excellent, uncirculated condition, that's where the value really starts to rise. Coins that have been kept in pristine condition, without any visible signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, are rare in the world of numismatics. Because the 1973 Liberty half-dollar was produced during a time when half-dollars were no longer commonly used in daily transactions, it's become increasingly difficult to find these coins in mint condition. As a result, the value of these coins has skyrocketed, especially for collectors looking for uncirculated examples. In addition to condition, the mint mark on the coin plays a significant role in its value. The 1973 Liberty half-dollar was minted at multiple facilities, with a mint mark indicating where the coin was produced. Coins minted in Denver, marked with a D, are typically more common and less valuable than coins minted in Philadelphia, marked with no mint mark at all. If you happen to have a 1973 Liberty half-dollar without a mint mark, it could be worth more to collectors, especially if it's in pristine condition. But let's not forget about mint errors. These can make a huge difference in the value of a coin. Minting errors can occur during the production process, and they can create coins with unique characteristics, such as double strikes, off-center designs, or other imperfections. These rare error coins are highly coveted by collectors because they are truly one of a kind. If your 1973 Liberty half-dollar has any of these minting flaws, it could be worth far more than the typical value of a coin from that year. When it comes to determining the value of the 1973 Liberty half-dollar, it's essential to consider factors like its condition, mint mark, and any potential mint errors. Coins that have been carefully preserved and graded highly can fetch impressive amounts in the marketplace. A 1973 Liberty half-dollar in uncirculated condition can easily reach a price that reflects its rarity and desirability. Now, let's talk about the big reveal. How much can a 1973 Liberty half-dollar really be worth? If you have a well-preserved, uncirculated example of the 1973 Liberty half-dollar, or even better, one with a mint error, you could be sitting on a coin worth $30,000. That's right, $30,000 for a single coin. Of course, not all 1973 Liberty half-dollars will command this kind of value, especially if they've been heavily circulated. However, if you have one that's in pristine, uncirculated condition or has some rare features, your coin could be worth significantly more than its face value. If you think you might have a valuable 1973 Liberty half dollar, the next step is to have it professionally graded. A coin's grade can drastically affect its value, and having it assessed by a trusted grading service will help you understand its true worth. A professional grade will confirm the coin's authenticity, condition, and any unique characteristics it may have, helping you get an accurate evaluation. Coin collecting is a fascinating hobby that can yield some surprising discoveries, and the 1973 Liberty half dollar is just one example of how a seemingly common coin can turn out to be a real treasure. So, if you've got one of these coins in your collection or just happen to come across one, take a closer look. It might just be worth far more than you thought. Last unique coin, we've got an extraordinary coin to talk about, the 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar. This special edition coin marks a significant moment in American history, the bicentennial of the United States. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone who stumbled upon this coin in a box of old change, you'll want to stick around because this half dollar might be worth a lot more than you think. The 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar was issued to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. It's a coin that holds a powerful connection to America's past, making it a coveted piece for any coin collector. But what makes this coin particularly special? Let's take a deep dive into its history, design, and most importantly, its value. To start, this coin is part of the bicentennial coinage program initiated by the U.S. Mint. For the first time in history, the U.S. government released special designs for quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the nation's independence. The goal was to honor the legacy of the Founding Fathers and the country's growth over the past 2 centuries. As part of this special series, the 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar was minted to serve as both a symbol of historical pride and a reminder of the incredible journey the U.S. had made by the time it reached its 200th birthday. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar. On the obverse of the coin, you'll see a portrait of the famous Liberty Bell, a symbol of American freedom and independence. This iconic image has been used in various forms throughout U.S. history, but it holds particular significance during the bicentennial celebration. The Liberty Bell is beautifully depicted on this coin, showcasing the enduring power of freedom and liberty in the United States. Surrounding the bell are the words "Liberty" and 1776 to 1976, marking both the coin's unique year of issuance and the historical event it commemorates. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a stunning depiction of the American bald eagle in flight, grasping an olive branch in its talons. The eagle, another symbol of freedom, power, and patriotism, is looking forward, which conveys a sense of optimism and progress as the nation entered its 3rd century. The reverse also includes the words "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and the coin's face value, half dollar. The combination of the Liberty Bell and the bald eagle provides a perfect visual representation of the ideals that the United States was founded upon and continues to uphold. But beyond the design, what makes the 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar so significant is its place in history. During the time these coins were minted, there was a renewed sense of pride and patriotism in the country. People were eager to celebrate the rich history of the U.S. and its achievements over the past 2 centuries. This special coin, along with the other bicentennial coinage, was produced in large quantities. Over 200 million Liberty half dollars were struck in 1975 and 1976. At first glance, that may make the coin seem relatively common. However, there's more to it than meets the eye. The 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar was produced in a variety of mint marks, including the D mint mark from the Denver Mint, and it was also struck in both copper-nickel clad and 40% silver versions. The silver variety is the one that tends to be more valuable, especially as the price of silver fluctuates over time. But even among the copper-nickel clad versions, there are certain factors that can make this coin worth far more than its face value. The condition of the coin is perhaps the most important factor in determining its value. Coins that have been well preserved, free from damage, discoloration, or wear, are far more desirable to collectors. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch significantly higher prices, especially if it has been graded highly by a professional grading service. High-quality examples are rare, and as with any collectible item, the fewer coins available in top condition, the more valuable they become. Another important factor to consider is the presence of any mint errors. Mint errors occur when a coin is struck incorrectly during the manufacturing process, resulting in unique variations that stand out from the rest. These errors can include things like double strikes, off-center coins, or misaligned dies. Collectors are always on the lookout for error coins, as they are one-of-a-kind pieces that add a special element to a collection. If you happen to own a 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar with any of these mint errors, it could significantly increase the coin's value. You may be wondering, how much could your 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar be worth? Well, the answer depends on the coin's condition and its unique features. In general, the copper-nickel-clad versions of the coin are worth only a few dollars each, but the silver versions can be worth quite a bit more, especially if they are in excellent condition. However, if you have one of these coins in near-perfect or uncirculated condition, or even better, if it has a mint error, your coin could be worth much more than you'd expect. So, here's the big reveal: a 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar in excellent condition, especially one of the silver varieties, could fetch as much as $59,000. That's right, $59,000 for a single coin. This price is for a coin in perfect condition or one with a rare mint error. Keep in mind that finding a coin in such exceptional quality is rare, so it's not likely that all 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollars will fetch this kind of price. But if you happen to have one of these rare pieces in your collection, it could be worth a small fortune. If you suspect you've got a coin that's worth more than its face value, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded to determine its true worth. Whether you're just getting started in coin collecting or you're a seasoned pro, the 1776 to 1976 Liberty half dollar is a fantastic piece of history to own. So, take a look at your collection, check your coins, and see if you might be holding onto a true treasure. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future content. Thanks for tuning in, and happy collecting.